Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we are starting a brand new book of the Bible today. We are starting the book of 2 Samuel. This continues the story of David. In the conclusion of 1 Samuel, we had the passing of Saul and his 3 sons, so ending the dynasty. David hears of Saul's death, which means David is no longer in jeopardy for his life. But remember, he didn't have a problem with Saul. Saul was the one trying to kill him, and David didn't get bitter about that, which is like, wow, what a bunch of patience that guy has, because I personally can tell you I would not react that way. I can guarantee you. I've never had somebody trying to do that to me before, thankfully, but I can tell just from how I react to much more petty things than murder or attempted murder that I would not react to that with the same level of patience that David certainly did. And, Jonathan was his, best friend. Now Jonathan is dead. So, relief, right? It would be what you would think for the rest of us. But after the death of Saul, David returned from defeating the Amalekites and stayed in Ziklag 2 days. On the 3rd day, a man arrived from Saul's camp with his clothes torn and with dust on his head. When he came to David, he fell to the ground to pay him honor. "Where have you come from?" David asked him. He answered, "I have escaped from the Israelite camp." "What happened?" David asked. "Tell me." He said, "The men fled from the battle. Many of them fell and died, and Saul and his sons and his son Jonathan are dead." Then David said to the young man who brought him the report, "How do you know that Saul and his son Jonathan are dead?" "I happened to be on Mount Gilboa," the young man said, "and there was Saul leaning on a spear with the chariots and riders almost upon him. When he turned around and saw me, he called out to me and said, 'What can I do?' He asked me, 'Who are you?' 'An Amalekite,' I answered. Then he said to me, 'Stand over me and kill me. I am in the throes of death, but I am still alive.' So I stood over him and killed him, because I knew that after he had fallen, he could not survive. And I took the crown that was on his head and the band on his arm, and I have brought them here to my Lord." So I bring the proof of Saul's jewelry. That's pretty convincing proof, especially for that time frame, because it's not like they could, just go run over there real quick and check. Then David and all the men with him took hold of their clothes and tore them. They mourned and wept and fasted till evening for Saul and his son Jonathan, and for the army of the Lord and the house of Israel, because they had fallen by the sword. David said to the young man who brought him the report, "Where are you from?" "I am the son of an alien, an Amalekite," he answered. David asked, "Why were you not afraid to lift your hand to destroy the Lord's anointed?" Then David called on one of his men and said, "Go strike him down." So he struck him down, and he died. So this man brought him Saul's jewelry and all that, but because he struck down King Saul at Saul's request, he was then killed. For David had said to him, "Your blood be on your own head. Your own mouth testifies against you when you said, 'I killed the Lord's anointed.'" David's lament for Saul and Jonathan. David took up his lament concerning Saul and his son Jonathan and ordered that the men of Judah be taught this lament of the bow it is written in the book of Jashar. So remember that David was quite an experienced musician and could play the lyre, I do believe it was. Your glory, O Israel, lies slain on your heights. How the mighty have fallen. Tell it not in Gath. Proclaim it not in the streets of Ashkelon, lest the daughters of the Philistines be glad, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised rejoice. O mountains of Gilboa, may you have neither dew nor rain, nor fields that yield offering of grain. For there the shield of the mighty was defiled, the shield of Saul, no longer rubbed with oil. From the blood of the slain, from the flesh of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan did not turn back. The sword of Saul did not return unsatisfied. Saul and Jonathan, in life they were loved and gracious, and in death they were not parted. They were swifter than eagles, and they were stronger than lions. O daughters of Israel, weep for Saul, who clothed you in scarlet and finery, who adorned your garments with ornaments of gold. How the mighty have fallen in battle. Jonathan lies slain on your heights. I grieve for you. Jonathan, my brother, you were very dear to me. Your love for me was wonderful, more wonderful than that of women. How the mighty have fallen. The weapons of war have perished. Oh, so it seems like, he's really feeling some kind of way about the passing of these people. Until the next video, friends.